Okay, everyone, I'm here with Philip Nyamweya of iPay, and Philip is with us here in Nyeri for the Mocality Business Conference. He's just given a presentation on the revolutionary payment service. And maybe, Philip, in your own words, you can tell us
Yeah,
a bit more about iPay, its history, what it does, and maybe, some of the clients who are using it.
sure thing. iPay is a payment processing platform, and the beauty of the iPay system is that people can then, merchants basically, can receive payments, mobile payments. They can actually also receive credit card payments as well as also debit card payments via the CanSwitch platform. And that means that a merchant then is able to acquire transactions via M-Pesa, which is quite widespread in the country, as well as Airtel Money, Ucash, etc., and CanSwitch as well, and Visa. Some of the clients who are using iPay at the moment is the Nairobi Stock Exchange. They're actually using iPay to sell their online stock reports and historical and archive data, which then investors can log on to their website for download, purchase basically, and download. We also have powerhewa.com. Powerhewa.com sell music online. And interestingly, we also have some circles who are using our systems to actually receive payments for loan repayments, for instance, from their customer base, uh, registrations, memberships, subscriptions. We have some political parties, who are actually working with iPay to receive donations, to receive funding support from their targeted demographics. We also have a certain customer called Oriel Kenya Limited. They are the franchise holders for Monroe shock absorbers in Kenya, and they're using iPay to also acquire payments from their customers in a nutshell.
Okay, I find that in the market,
Yeah.
really, there's a lot of these mobile to web integrations,
Yes.
especially for mobile payments.
Yes.
What is it that sets iPay apart from the competition, so to speak?
Well, that's a nice question, Moses. I think one of the things that sets iPay apart is the fact that we are very, very integrated. It's not only M-Pesa, because most of the other payment options out there are built only around M-Pesa, which is important to have. You can't say that you're really in this space if you don't have M-Pesa on board. But iPay includes the whole cocktail. You're talking about M-Pesa, Airtel, Ucash, Orange Money. We also are integrating mobile banking applications as well. You also have now the debit card angle with CanSwitch, which means that now, as an acquirer, if I can use that technical term, or as a merchant who wants to receive funds, you're able to actually receive funds from multiple channels. And that means that we are able to offer a lot more value or more options basically to the customer. And that means that with a single point of integration, the merchant is able to then have a funnel or options through which they can capture payments. And also, interestingly, we'll also be moving into the region very, very soon. So basically, with iPay, merchants will be able to then expand their horizons into the region in terms of the services and products that they offer.
What about the aspect of online credit card payments? Is that something that iPay is already doing, or is it just the debit cards running off the CanSwitch network?
That's a very good question. We are currently testing our Visa gateway, our Visa integration. That's a space which, when we started the iPay, we had considered on the horizon, but I think time has come for us then to get up to speed with that particular integration as well, which means then that with iPay, customers from all over the world who would patronize maybe a particular merchant's product would then be able to pay for them from wherever they are in the world via Visa. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm thinking, like, just out of curiosity, what is the volume of transactions that are actually happening on iPay? Is it significant?
I don't know whether I would call it significant yet, but I think we are currently doing roughly about 100 transactions per day.
Okay.
And for us, that's just a drop in the ocean. We know that there's a lot more that we can do. We've built a system that would be able to handle that. So we just want to market, let people know, let merchants know, let business owners know that we can actually integrate iPay. We also want to let the public know that we are there, and would be very happy to find out possibly how we could add value to the system and help them or assist them pay conveniently for whatever goods and services that they want to enjoy. from the different merchants.
Okay, I know a big question is obviously the issue of security and protection of transactions.
Correct.
How is iPay addressing that very very sensitive area? Because most people before signing up obviously
Yes.
would have serious concerns about the security of transactions.
Correct. For us, we've taken certain steps, and number one is that all our transactions are processed via security systems. We actually have a security certificate, which means that all transactions from all our network affiliates or merchants are securely processed. That's number one. Number two, with M-Pesa or mobile money transactions, the customer is not asked for their PIN number. That remains secure, that remains on their phone, that remains personal to them. They don't put that information online on the website of the merchant where they wanted to make a purchase. That's number one. Number two, with regards to CanSwitch, for instance, CanSwitch actually have provided us with a certain secure gateway through which transactions are processed. That means that we don't handle those transactions directly. We don't store credit card information. We don't store expiry dates, pins, nothing like that happens. Our system is basically just a conduit to allow the transaction to go to the partner bank, have it honored or rejected, and the person is then securely redirected back to their website. We have a very, very stringent security policy and a very, very stringent privacy policy with regards to how that works.
Okay, Philip, thank you very much. And one last thing, maybe for the viewers of this video,
Sure.
where can people access iPay on the internet?
Right. All you need to do is just to log on to your browser, go to www.ipayafrica.com. You'll be able to get us there. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/ipayafrica. And if you have a moment or two, you can also find us on Twitter, twitter.com/ipayafrica as well.
Okay, David, thank you very much, and hope all the best with iPay going
Thank
forward.
you, Moses.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye-bye.